Welcome to the Partners in Leadership Author Podcast Series. In this series, we're interviewing CEO and three-time New York Times bestselling author Roger Connors. The topic of this podcast is the Partners in Leadership Workplace Accountability Study. This podcast is less than 4.5 minutes in duration. Roger, is your approach research-based?
Yes, it is. Partners in Leadership has produced the most comprehensive study on workplace accountability and culture ever conducted. Over 40,000 people participated over a 2-year period in our study. Participants were sampled from scores of industries, hundreds of companies, and a wide variety of job titles. The large sample size resulted in margins of error well within scientific statistical standards. All of our work is designed to help leaders achieve the key results their organization needs to accomplish. This process is designed to help them execute at every level of the organization on that strategic direction and deliver their R2.
Can you tell us more about the Workplace Accountability Study?
Well, the landmark study highlights that organizations are largely getting accountability wrong. It also suggests that improvements in workplace accountability at the individual, team, and organizational level can yield significant improvements in performance and desired results in each of those areas. This study clearly demonstrates significant confusion around strategic initiatives in a majority of organizations, driving the need for more clearly defined key results that create a basis for accountability by promoting understanding of what needs to be delivered, enabling job role alignment around the key results, and facilitating their measurement. The study results translate into one simple conclusion. There is a crisis of accountability in organizations today, a crisis of pandemic or global proportions. When properly approached, accountability is the low-hanging fruit for optimizing organizational performance and accelerating organizational change efforts.
What were the highlights from the Workplace Accountability Study?
Among other things, the study revealed several important findings. First, accountability is incorrectly perceived as strictly consequential and almost entirely after the fact. 80% of those surveyed said feedback is something that happens to them only when things go wrong or not at all. Second would be the lack of clarity around the key results, which led 70% of survey participants to indicate that their organization's key results are in jeopardy or altogether doomed. In fact, 85% of survey participants indicated they weren't even sure what their organizations are trying to achieve, a missed opportunity for creating alignment and focus. The failure here is astounding, with 93% of those surveyed unable to align their work with the organization's key priorities. Fully 1/3 feel that their priorities change frequently, creating confusion.
That's an amazing statistic. Who is responsible for that?
Well, of course, the burden is on leaders. 84% of those surveyed cite the way leaders behave as the single most important factor influencing accountability in their organizations. And yet just 15% of leaders have successfully clearly defined and broadly communicated their key results and priorities. The Partners Leadership methodology has been developed over 25 years of research and application and is well documented in our best-selling books and numerous publications. Our website contains case study and client experiences that document the impact of our methodology and approach. At the end of the day, culture produces results. The right culture produces the right results.
Roger, the workplace study is quite revealing. Thank you for sharing a brief overview of your research-based approach to the work that you do.